how I went from 30% body fat to 10% body fat in 90 days, 200 pounds, anywhere between 20 and 30% body fat. A majority of my fat I'm holding in my abdomen, in my chest, my lower back, and in my legs. Hi, my name is Dr. Michael Diamonds, and I'm the founder of Sculpt by Science. This was me in 2020, right as the gym started opening back up. I made the decision that enough was enough. And this was my final result 90 days later, 27 pounds lighter. I've never done this before, but in this video, I'm going to give you everything I did, how I went from that 30% body fat percentage to 10%, and I'm gonna detail the diet, how I calculated my macros, exactly what I ate, and how that changed over the 90 days. The training routine that I followed that helped me build or at least maintain the muscle tissue over that duration, the exact cardio protocol I followed, and exactly how that changed on a week-to-week basis. There's also a few hacks that I used that helped me tremendously, and it made this transformation possible and which allowed it to happen so quickly. But with that being said, I highly recommend you take longer than 90 days to make the changes less harsh on your body and in terms of your social sacrifices and the side effects of being in a caloric deficit. What no one talks about, which I believe is half of the battle, is the mental shift you need to be able to make to be truly successful start to finish. Before I made this video, I researched to see if anyone has made a detailed guide on what to do and how to do it, and personally, I found nothing. So for those of you that could potentially change their lives from watching just this one video, to support me and our journey to 1 million subscribers, just gently tap the like button for the algorithm, subscribe, and that will get us an inch closer to the gold play button, and comment down below for the algorithm. I know a lot of people in fitness don't have this one, so I truly appreciate it. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the things I've said in this video. If you've used these tips before, that may motivate someone in the comments, so let's get started. The setup. Before you go on any journey, you need your tool bag with all your tools. The weight scale. Purchase a high quality digital weight scale that's going to measure to the 10th of a pound or to the 10th of a kilogram. Any of these on Amazon will work. I weighed myself daily in the morning, nude, after using the bathroom. I just treat it as data and nothing else. It's going to fluctuate up and down, but what's important is your weekly average. Number 2 is a tape measure. Body measurements can help us measure fat loss and even muscle gain where the scale cannot do this. Finally, I want you to take 3 photos, your front, your side, and your back, same time, same location. With my clients, they may use an app to track all of this data and have it stored in one place so that I can view it and so can they. But you can simply use an app like the Notes app and track all this data weekly. So let's get into the most important part of the setup, the diet. So week 1 to 4, I calculated my maintenance calories to be 3,250, and you can do the same by just searching maintenance calories calculator. And after that, I subtracted that 500 calories to start my deficit. So my macros, 2,740 calories, that's 200 protein, 350 carbs, 60 fat, as I gave myself 200 grams of protein per pound of my current body weight. 20% of my total calories went towards fat, and the rest was towards carbs in training performance. The macros were so important for the following reasons. 200 grams of protein gave me the best chance to build, at very least maintain the muscle tissue that I had. It kept me satiated and it increased my metabolism. 60 grams of fat was just enough to maintain my hormonal balance, and 350 grams of carbs is what the body needs for me to maintain as an energy source, to optimize my training, keep me energetic, and to burn more calories by walking and training. I know this is daunting, but it will help you. Carbs are your friend. This is what my diet looked like on those particular macros. Training. It's the main driving force to your body composition. Most people feel like this part they're great at, but that's not usually the case. Your training quality through form, the intensity with the weights and reps you execute the exercises, and how you're tracking your progress in terms of your metrics, this will dictate how much tissue you have on your frame at the end of a journey to single digit. I trained every day as if it were my last. I never compromised on my form. I tracked every single set. I tracked the weights and how I felt. Personally, I followed a 5 times full body training split. But what I've done, I've left you a PDF in the description down below so you can get started on your journey. I know the more good I can put out there, the more good will come back. So feel free to drop a gentle thumbs up if you thought that this PDF was helpful. Finally, the big one. In week 1, cardio, super simple. All I want you to do, and all I did, was informal cardio of 10,000 daily steps. And my formal cardio was 2 sessions of 30 minutes of cardio on any machine. Personally, I love the Stairmaster or treadmill on incline. fine. Let's talk about mindset. The rule of the game is don't do more or less than what you've been given. Don't do more cardio or less cardio. Do exactly what's been given, like a science experiment. Hit your macros as close to 10 grams plus minus of protein, same with carbs, and plus minus 5 grams of fat. For one entire month, I consistently dropped 2 pounds. How? Well, because I followed the plan closely. I was in a 500 caloric deficit, which gives us 3,500 calories in a week, which is equivalent to 1 pound of fat. And at the same time, I was burning 500 daily calories from the 10,000 daily steps and the extra 2 sessions of cardio per week. Use the first 4 weeks to establish the basic habits. Weigh yourself, getting into a routine, meal prepping if you have to, and training consistently. Give yourself the best shot at success and try and follow the plan as closely as possible. For context, in pre-med I majored in biochemistry and microbiology. I treated this process like a science experiment with precision, attention to detail, and tracking the results of my experiment. These were the habits that I built that allowed my transformation to be so successful. With that being said, if you want me to do all of this for you, you want me to be in your corner for the next 16 weeks, we'll have daily communication through iMessage and WhatsApp, weekly coaching calls on Zoom, and have me build your entire diet, your training, everything laid out to detail. I'm looking to work with busy professionals who are dominating it in their industry and want to dominate and take control of their health finally. If you're ready to make a transformation happen like this, then fill out the application form to work with me at Sculpt by Science, and I'll see you on the other side. Let's move into phase 2. We continued following the exact same training split, full body 5 times in the week. Most people like changing their workouts, but the truth is you want to master these exact exercises and get better and better with them. This is how you truly achieve progressive overload, by repeating the same exercises over and over again, getting stronger, better, and more efficient. So how did my nutrition change? From week 4 to 8, I dropped my fats from 60 grams to 50 grams, and everything else stayed the same. This came out to be 2,650 calories, 200 protein, 350 carb, and 50 grams of fat. Training also stayed the same. To make sure that I stayed in a deep enough deficit, my informal cardio moved from 10,000 steps to 12,000 daily steps, and my formal cardio sessions increased from 2 sessions of 30 minutes to 4 sessions of 30 minutes. This is a great time to take note of sleeping. If you're sleeping less than 7 hours a day, it makes the entire journey 2 times harder. Have you ever felt when you're in a dream and you're trying to sprint, but you're going in slow-mo? It's exactly the same thing. If you're getting 5 hours in the first week, then get it to 6, no pressure. And after you've gotten it to 6, get it to 6.5. We want to improve by small percentages week by week, day by day. And this will make your journey so much easier. But let's move into phase 3. Usually, after 8 weeks of successful dieting, this is where you may start feeling the side effects of a diet, or depending on you, not at all. Hunger is completely normal on a diet, and personally, I practice intermittent fasting from the beginning, week 0. But if you haven't utilized it, then at this stage, it's an ideal way to start a meal timing protocol like that. Training from week 9 shifted from a 5 times full body training split to a push, pull, legs routine, and repeating that routine. This shifted training volume from 5 days to 6 days. And at the same time, I was a massive fan of using a pre-workout at this stage just to be able to maintain my level of training output. I'm not a fan of the ones that give you a crash after taking the pre-workout or the jitters that come with it. This is why I love Pride as a pre-workout. By far, my favorite of all time, specifically the sour green apple. So if you want to get a really good pre-workout, I highly recommend from HP Labs. And if you want to support me, using Diamonds 10 at checkout will do that. So the diet from week 8 to 9 went to 2,450 calories, 200 protein, 300 carb, and 50 fat. At this stage, my body was being a little bit more stubborn, and after a week, no changes, I made another aggressive change from week 9 to 10 in my macros, and that changed to 2,250 calories, shifting my carbs from 300 to 250. I would normally recommend only changing carbs by 100 calories, which is 25 grams of carbs. One of the main things I wanted to demonstrate in this video is how you should slowly pull your calories, mainly from carbs, and keeping everything the exact same in terms of protein and fats. I highly recommend switching out your foods like rice and pasta to more voluminous meals, which are usually veggie filled, and not drinking my protein. At this stage, I'm eating all of my meals. When I was dealing with hunger, caffeine is also a great appetite suppressant, and in a caloric deficit, it has a fat burning effect. Those are a few tips that I used. Week 9, cardio. Disclaimer, I wouldn't do this amount of cardio, but this is the reality when you're doing a more aggressive cut. The changes can be more aggressive because we want to speed up the results. I highly recommend to take more time in this type of transformation to make it sustainable, but disclaimer over. So my informal cardio went to 15,000 steps from 10K steps. My formal cardio went from 4 sessions at 30 minutes to 5 sessions at 60 minutes. And moving into phase 4, the final phase. Here, the diet and training would stay the same as I was comfortably losing again a consistent 2 pounds a week with the aggressive changes that I made in phase 3 of the program. So from week 10 to 13, this would be my final push in terms of cardio, and I move up to 20,000 daily steps. And my formal cardio went from a total of 6 sessions at 70 minutes. In all honesty, you'll notice the deeper you get into a cut, and as the results show, your motivation will skyrocket. So anyone who's ever been on a successful cut knows that these numbers may seem daunting, but it's part of the game. And it's normal to dig in terms of your energy balance with your diet and your training. I'm still measuring everything as I have, maintaining my week 1 habits, weighing daily, taking photos, and keeping it consistent. But as you get towards the end of a cut, and this is the mistake I made in my first year, you get into the celebratory fashion. You're like, hey, I made it, and you start going back into your old habits. You have 1 cheat meal on the weekend, and the following week you're like, hey, 2 cheat meals aren't going to do me any harm, and you throw away all the discipline that you've garnered over the last 90 days. Your body is going to want to store all that extra calories just because you've been in a deficit so much longer. So this is my recommendation. Stay on the calories that you're eating, and I stayed on the calories I was eating here at 2,250. But what I slowly did was shift back my energy output in terms of cardio. So my 6 sessions at 70 minutes went down to 6 sessions at 30 minutes. And the following week, I kept on bringing it down until I got to a comfortable 3 sessions. I maintained roughly that 15,000 daily steps because I felt that was so good for me. And overall, once you feel like you've been able to maintain your diet, it's not a bad idea to slowly increase it back up after, let's say, another 3 to 4 weeks. And I got to a comfortable position, and it allowed it to be sustainable. But you don't want to be in a caloric deficit that aggressive for too long. Maybe even giving yourself a diet break is a fantastic idea. But I really hope that this video gave you the detail of the thought process, how I stuck to the plan. And a lot of the times we get paralyzed by just analyzing and thinking, okay, is this the best calories? My recommendation is just do it. Just follow it. Establish the habits. Don't put so much pressure on yourself, and take it slowly and steady. You're trying to make a change for your body that's going to be there the rest of your life. It won't change at the snap of a finger. Be patient and be kind to your body. But I'll leave that there. If you want to work with me, you want me to help you and coach you, change your mindset, show you how it's done, be in a group of incredible people who are like-minded, and guarantee that you're going to get your results, fill out the application in the description below. Fill it to the best of your ability. There are a lot of people applying, and I want to choose people I know we're going to see great results with. And if you thought that this video was helpful, leave the video the gentle thumbs up. Comment down below. Do you agree with what I was saying in this video? Was it too much cardio? Was it too little? If you have your own story, share it with someone. I know that when I read messages in the comments, it motivates me or it gives me an idea. So let me know what your story is. That being said, I've left this video here, and this video shows you how that exact data I was describing changed on a week to week. I think it will really benefit you. But I'll leave the video there. Leave it with a gentle thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.